my top week 3 D streamers of the week. It's a no-brainer. If the Chiefs are out there, 39% rostered, go get them and don't even listen to anything else I have to say. They put up 10 points last week, 4 sacks, fumble recovery, and that was against the high-powered, apparently, Trevor Lawrence and Jags. 9 points to them. Very solid effort, and that was with Chris Jones playing only 50% of the snaps. As they continue to get more and more active with him, 75% of snaps or more is what you should expect coming into this defense will only get better. And if they can hold Trevor Lawrence to 271 yards of total offense, what do you think they're going to do to the Bears and Justin Fields, who are floundering to start the year? In fact, they have gone and given up a defensive touchdown in both of their first 2 weeks. The Bears have. That also included 6 sacks and 17 fantasy points allowed to the Bucs. We saw 15 points go to the Packers the week before. They're giving up the Bears the most points to defenses by a pretty significant margin so far. And an opportunistic team like the Chiefs, explosive, can get after you. This is a great spot. They are going to be a top 3 defense for me just in general, but especially as a streamer, my number 1 pickup. It's not even close. The Packers, 34% rostered, also deserve your streaming consideration. What do they do well? Defend the pass. What do the Saints do poorly? The run. So this matches up with the Saints' strengths, and that's very much in quotes. Strengths is their passing game. I think the Packers outdo that strength quite significantly with Jair Alexander. They'll also be at home, and we know Derek Carr. All but 2 of his interceptions last year came on the road. Historically, through his career, nearly 75% of his picks have been in road games compared to home games. And we saw him struggling against a Carolina defense that didn't even have J.C. Horn this past week. The Saints ranked 10th in points allowed to defenses, only 25th in scoring offense. They just seem to stall every time they can get it into the red zone. So I imagine at home with that stout pass defense, the run defenses, those woes, they're not going to matter in this game. I think they will swallow up Derek Carr. I can see multiple picks, and they did score a touchdown, this Packers defense, in week 1, so they can be very opportunistic with a high ceiling. And last but not least, the Tennessee Titans facing the Browns. Oh, man. I think the Browns are quickly going to become a streaming destination for you. The Titans, not a great defense. They're, in fact, particularly awful against the pass. But you know who's awful at passing? Deshaun Watson. Looks like an absolute disaster. Pick 6 on his first throw of the game last week. 2 defensive touchdowns surrendered. Oh, man. And now Nick Chubb is out again. Prayers up, speedy recovery. I hope we see Nick Chubb again next year. But without him, Jerome Ford, we just raved about him. He's going to be a player. But if the Tennessee Titans can do anything, it's stop the run. They are one of the best run defenses in the league. That's dating back to pretty much every year under Mike Vrabel at this point. So you're going to be forcing Deshaun Watson to throw. We saw 6 sacks for the Steelers defense. We saw 4 turnovers. 2 of them go for touchdowns. Anytime you can force Watson to have to throw, your defense is likely going to be in for a good day. At least this version of Deshaun Watson, which is crazy to think after a couple of years of being the best quarterback in the league in many people's opinion. Now we're seeing his true colors, and they're ugly on every level. I can't wait to watch him get smothered by every team. He's the worst. All righty, that wraps up our top 3 defensive streamers for week 3. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.